Today I wanted to talk about some misconceptions of alters and OSDD-1b systems that I have seen circulating around the internet. A lot of people have different concepts of OSDD-1b alters and the amount of depth that they can portray, and some of those ideas just honestly, frankly, aren't that correct. And a lot of these stem from the fact that OSDD-1b alters don't have full amnesia between parts, so then you get people wondering about what these parts look like in a system, compared to DID, which demonstrates complete amnesia between parts at least once. One of the biggest misconceptions that I have seen wandering around is the misconception that conflates alters and OSDD-1b systems to emotional states that are seen in normal people. Along with this comes a question that I see a lot. It goes kind of like this. Sometimes, when it's late at night, I will get angry and irritated and say things that I would normally never ever say, and it's really weird and doesn't feel like me. Do I have alters? And to clarify, I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not formally trained in any of this. But where this question goes definitely leads you down the road of no. Everyone, regardless of whether you're a singlet or an alter, has fluctuating emotions, mood, and energy levels throughout the day. For myself, as an individual alter, I have fluctuating energy levels throughout the day. I'm the most active around noon to 1 and in the early morning, but late afternoon I end up wanting to take a nap. And around those areas I can get a little bit more irritable when I'm low on spoons. I, just like any other human, can say things I normally wouldn't when I have more energy, when it is late or tired, or if I've had honestly just a bad day. And that is true across everyone. It's not an indicator of if you're a system and if you have alters. That's just the normal complexity of human emotion. Along with that, I've seen another misconception that OSDD-1b alters are a specific mood or a specific state of mind, such as people asking the question of, I don't feel like myself when I get angry. Does this mean I have alters? And again on that line, I'm not a psychologist, but questions like that, the general answer would be no, because every person, singlet or alter, whatever, has different moods, and we act differently when in those moods. The misconception that each alter has a different mood, such as there being a sad alter or an angry alter or a shy and socially introverted alter, is just not true. Alters can have a lot of overlap with each other. For example, both Lorian and I really try our best to help the people around us in any way we can, and that's a trait we share commonly. Both Mia and Iris are extroverts who love talking with people and are both motivated by a want to be around other people in social situations. Both Lily and Lorian are kind-hearted motherly figures to the entire system. And in this way, alters can have a lot of overlap, and it's not like we each fit into perfect boxes that are completely separate from each other, as I've seen a lot of people think over the past multiple years I've been involved in the community. But the most important thing that stands out about this whole emotional issue is that you can be emotional and still be you, whether you are saying things that you normally wouldn't say when you're in a calm mood. Both Mia and I can be angry, and both of us, when angry, act differently than when we are not angry. But both of us, when we're angry, act differently compared to each other when we're angry. Each alter can have their own emotional range that is different than another alter, and each alter presents differently regardless of what emotional state they're in. So it really comes down to this emotional amnesia aspect, where there is definitive barriers between alters, and it's not based on emotional state or mood or energy levels or anything like that. There's a lot more going on psychologically than there is with a singlet. And sometimes people don't realize that, so it's important to spread the word about issues like this. That just because we don't have full amnesia, and that we can generally remember what happens when another alter is out, that we are still fundamentally, psychologically different than each other, and have different emotional experiences than each other. So thank you, and have a wonderful day, guys.